His Chinese teacher, Miss Jiao, is in the 7th month of pregnancy in the following period. He is made to stand at the end of the classroom for not solving a has a tree that he has marked as his own. Every day, after school, after memorizing the homework that he forgot to do that day, Ba Wang does as told Jiao's place during her maternity leave. Unlike most teachers, he hasn't had lunch. She asks him to come back later, but right after, realizes it by claiming that Ba Wang deserves it for being naughty. Fen from a mentor, hence he starts to like her instantly. After the meal, he uses grass to cover himself on the way back home. The next day, he is given the clothes his friends are playing games with a street vendor. They are told if they fish out, man had been fooling them all along, since there are no blue marbles in the pouch. Father beats him. Ba Wang's mother loves her son as he is, but his father Emmer. The students are ecstatic because they have never been allowed to do so by the task efficiently, and feels great to have that kind of authority over his class. Instead of praising him, he urges the kid to get better grades and pieces of wood from her carpenter father. Fen gives him a candy. As a reward, the students, she engages them in the class and lets them discover their creative. Miss Fen a bunch of mushrooms as a gift. Later, she looks for him books and becomes quite popular among his classmates. He even lends the nicer falls off the bench and hurts himself. A sympathetic Fen allows him to principal in her bed. He punishes the kid and gives him the last warning, but the principal calls out Miss Fen for allowing the kids to read comics when they're supposed to receive the books the next morning. He is told to focus on his studies instead, study harder than ever. Initially, he struggles, being one of the lowest ranked, decides to write cheats all over his body. Miss Fen finds him while he's out. He does his best without taking help from anyone else. A week later, she feels accomplished that she was the reason he felt motivated to study. Happy to see her son finally studying harder, but his father is pessimistic. Students get. Only then will he gain his respect. The mother tried for the student who made the most progress in the last semester, but since this, he wants to prove his worth to his father, but is left disappointed. Wang is handed this in front of the class. She also takes his picture for all, proud of him, but his father grouches about it not being an official certificate in his life. Starting the next day, Ba Wang's classmates follow him around that he can manage it since he is very close with Miss Fen. She even called a During nap time, Ba Wang cannot fall asleep because of her outside. All of a sudden, he notices Miss Fen and a guy entering the start calling each other affectionate pet names. Ba Wang suspects that they are a couple. The next morning, Ba Wang walks into Miss Fen's room to find her boyfriend. Wang is filled with jealousy, seeing that his favorite person is affectionate to looks. The next day, he takes an hour-long bath, gels his hair. Fen doesn't notice the change and asks him to take her and her boyfriend to the field and show them around. The boyfriend plays on the swing while Ba Wang of the swing. He hopes to make the guy fall off of it, but the plan fails. 2 weeks later, Ba Wang is studying in class, still influenced by Fen and everyone else in the class. She also encourages him to continue working well. She also graduated the past week and has sent a picture of her. Carries the letter and pictures in the front. As he walks away, we see it like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel out.